right, so this was a subscriber request. And I think this is one of, like, I think it's the only Blackpink official music video that we haven't done. Because I was looking through all the music videos of Blackpink, and I think it's the only one we missed. So this one is JENNIE, Solo. And you're right, it looks like she was the first one to do it, because this was 2 years ago. And then Rose, we did 2 of Rose's. And then 2 Elisa's. Elisa and then Money. Let's see what she got. What does that say?
Not even a distant memory. Better off. I can't see.
Maybe it'll show in the video.
천진 나만 청순 가련 새침한 척 이젠 지쳤나 귀찮아 매일 뭐해 어디야 밥은 잘자 baby 자기 여보 보고 싶어.
I mean, the one thing I noticed right away, I didn't want to stop the music video so early, but like just the difference in personalities. Like
so different.
And obviously they're gonna be different, but like the difference is like pretty substantial.
I want to say she raps too, so
yeah.
I think she's the one that also raps.
But I think it's because we just heard the one from Lisa,
yeah.
And like it was like a totally different song.
밥은 잘자 baby 자기 여보 보고 싶어 다 부질없어 You got me like 이건 아무 감정 없는 love story 어떤 설렘도 어떤 의미도 내게 미안하지만 I'm not sorry 오늘부터 나 Bitch 나는 solo
Oh my gosh, I thought she said, bitch, I'm solo. I love that this has that meaning of being solo as like an artist, but also like it seems as if she just broke up from a relationship. Like a love relationship.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that. Like when you watch all these videos, you know, the ones with Rose, Lisa, and then JENNIE, you can see they put their own, like each of them has their own like signature in these music videos, and it kind of sheds light on why they're so good as a group, because separately they're just so different. So they all bring something to the table, which makes them so unique and so different, but also very diverse in the way they sound and the way they look and just the way they perform in general.
Yeah, you can tell they have really great chemistry, because when they're together, it's just, it blends well.
Yeah.
Because like with her, I noticed that her voice is very strong, like when she's singing, as opposed to Lisa. She likes to, I feel like her pitch is higher when she raps. And so it is interesting to be able to see JENNIE's like full, like in full mode, basically, just her.
Hello. Bitch, 나는 solo. I'm going solo, lo, 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 lo. I'm going solo, lo, 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 lo. Used to be your girl, now I'm used to being the girl. You sitting on your feelings and sitting on my throne. I ain't got no time for the troubles in your eyes. This time I'm only looking at me, myself, and I. I'ma do it on my own now. Now that you're alone, got you looking for a clone now. That's how I'm getting down, destined for the center crown. Sing it loud like 이건 아무 감정 없는 love story 어떤 설렘도 어떤 의미도 내게 미안하지만 I'm not sorry 오늘부터 나 Bitch 나는 solo Bitch 나는 solo I'm going solo lo, 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 lo. I'm going solo 설렘 감동 뒤엔 이별 눈물 후회 그리움 홀로인 게 좋아 난 나다워야 하니까 자유로운 바람처럼 구름 위에 별들처럼 멀리 가고 싶어 밝게 빛나고 싶어 Now I'm going slow-mo Bitch, 나는 solo I'm going solo, lo, 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 lo. I'm going solo, lo, 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 lo.
Don't you love how it started off really soft and sad? And then you, like, the minute she took off her pink dress and washed it, like, and she was wearing all black, that's when she finally found, like, her confidence again.
Yeah.
And her strength.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like the equivalent of like if you ever watch a wrestler or they get mad and they like take off their shirt. Or like when like
something symbolic about taking off her shirt, right?
Yeah. Or like if you ever remember Hulk Hogan, he'd like rip his shirt and you just knew he was like a different person at that point. Or it would illustrate like that he's like turned up. Which I think is the same thing with her. Like once she took off that dress, she's like, that's it, like I'm sick of this. Like she's about to turn it up.
Yeah, even with the Incredible Hulk.
Yeah, exactly.
He breaks through his clothes.
And I think you made a great point with the song, meaning it could mean like her being solo in terms of music and her shining brightly like when she's by herself, and it can also mean like her shining brightly alone without being in a relationship. Yeah,
because she talks about when she was in the alley after a relationship, something about being able to be her true self. And that can easily happen when you're in a relationship where you kind of lose yourself. Because you start, picking up the other person's like habits, or you just change. It's just very common.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with that. And I could even imagine that being the case in a group setting, right? Like let's say you're in a group, a lot of the people in your group are gonna affect you, right? Like you're as good as like the group and the people you're surrounded by, so you can kind of lose a bit of your independence, maybe because like they're rubbing off on you, or just you're just becoming different. Yeah,
because it's not about just you, it's about the whole team.
Exactly. Well said.
And I love how there's always, for me, in a Blackpink song, there's always that moment when it gets like either wild or dark. Like for her, it was when she was wearing the red top, dancing in the middle of all the other girls wearing like leather. And like you can just tell when the instrumentals change that she almost changes too. Like you can tell like the energy of the instrumentals is just different from like the beginning. The beginning was very soft.
Yeah, I like that transition because like when it starts off, like I immediately thought about like, all right, this is gonna be a slow or maybe like an R&B-ish type of song. Right.
Me too.
So like I love when, and they do that in a lot of their songs as a group, but I like how Jennie halfway through the song it transitions to a more upbeat song. So anytime they transition like that, it always like catches me off guard because I'm not expecting it.
Right.
Because I think a lot of our music, the music that's made here, it's not as dynamic. So like the beat or the tempo of the song kind of stays relatively the same for the most part, where with their songs, like it can go from like just one side of the spectrum to the other in like literally a minute. And then you're like, oh, this is like a totally different song in the second half.
Yep.